Right. Don't really have a lot of time. So what I'm thinking of is I'm going to make just a one-shot comic. And by one shot, in this specific case, I mean only one page. I know the thumbnail has nothing to do with what I'm going to stream, but yeah, I just feel like doing that right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so hello everybody. And so what I'm thinking of, this looks like a mystical entity. So I'm just going to just make it all kinds of crazy and stuff. Since it is white around the edges, I'm just wondering if I should make it white like the image here. So yeah, I guess I'll do that. Alright, so let's go with tree. They asked for very small sizes for this for some reason, but that's fine. The small sizes are a-okay. What's up, Edon Bend? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so going to go ahead and do something kind of like this. Alright, so let's have somewhat of like a shoulder blade in a way, go down to like here, and go around here. Look at me trying to draw a shoulder blade, can't do that. But let's just go ahead and just try it like so. I don't know why I'm trying to put detail on like a void entity. You know, I had like a month to do this, but trying it within 10 days is fine. Alright, so let's have the fingers go just about here, because I think that would be interesting like that. Alright. Plan on like continuing the trend of giving my characters forearms, like giving this guy forearms too. So I'm gonna do something kind of like this. It seems like this guy has 3 fingers. So he is almost exactly like my fairy characters in my own comic. I'm doing this one as sort of like a... It's not really a test comic, it's just a fun little project for like a contest. Alright, so I'm gonna be right back in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Right now, I'm just drawing this like void entity here. Going to see. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more thick, but for now it's fine as it is. So this guy, he's just gonna have like 6 fingers. Because it seems like the character already has 3. And I want to make 4 arms, so he's just gonna have that many too. And let me make this a little bit bigger. Because this right here was embarrassingly skinny. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get like the select tool up in here. So I don't have to change the brush size. And cut. Okay, good. And let's do that here. Let's do this about here. Alright, you can probably move him over just a little bit more. Sometimes I still pick the wrong turn. Oh well, that's fine. Alright, so that's good. And I think just to have a better contrast, I'm going to make the background white. Okay, so that's good like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish this whole 10 on stream, but it's gonna be like a nice little time. So we have this here. Let's go that there. This here. Let's erase some of these extra marks here. Unikitty, sup Unikitty. Some of your drawings and thumbnails. Dude, your art is unique. I like it, honestly. Thank you. Oh, it's Unkitty. Welcome to the stream, Unkitty, and thank you for saying that. Right now, I'm making a little, like, one-shot comic. It's basically for a contest. Oh, I cannot speak today. But anyways, I'm making a slightly more complex version of this guy down here. That's him. Alright, so yeah, right now I'm making some discount abs in a way. And I don't know why I'm adding this many details to something that's going to be like a void entity. But that's just a question for me to have no idea about. That's awesome. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to have his legs be crisscross applesauce. I don't know if that's still something said nowadays. Probably not. But just gonna have him do something kind of like this. I do not like how that foot looks. It should be flat. Alright, that's more like it. Alright, so let's actually have a point go here. Actually, start it from right here. Hello, sup, Maddie True? Welcome to the stream. I'm making some kind of void entity. I remember I actually had a comic called the Voidlands. I made that for a contest too. I guess with contests, I just automatically decide to just go and just do some space team or something. Software are you using to draw? Also, are you drawing with a mouse? Just curious. I am drawing with a mouse, and I am using paint.net to draw. Excuse me. Sorry. Ooh. Okay. But yeah, I'm using paint.net to draw. Let me actually fix this calf a little bit. Alright, so that's good. And I'm going to make him like a little bit more white. Like again, I'm still wondering why I did this, because again, he's a void entity. He's not gonna really need all that, but that's fine. Alright, so I used to draw with a mouse. It is not easy. I just draw with my phone mostly, because I don't have a laptop or a computer. Alright. Oh, that's good that you're still drawing, at least. I always like to draw. It's so nice. And for me, it's actually relaxing too. Alright, so let me... By the way, I have the music up on maximum, so I don't know if it would be too loud for you guys, but it should be fine ideally. Right, so let's have it go. Actually, let's have it go slightly in for this one, and let's have the foot go kind of like this, just to show that there's like some degree of separation. And I think that would look nice. Alright, so for tablet and stylus, and I also have an ibis pin. That's awesome. Yeah, that is good. Alright, so we have this here. I should make him a bit more spiky, because that tin there, he's spiky. So, yeah. Let's go with something kind of like this. Still want to follow the shape of this more likely. So let's just have something kind of like that. And I think in this case it would be easier just to use a brush, so let's go to 15 and erase. Alright, animations I use Flipper Clip. Does have premium features. The music you talked about earlier is fine for me. It's not loud. I can hear you clearly. That's good. What's up, Fisherman? Welcome to the stream. Right now, I'm drawing a one-shot comic book for a contest. Alright, so, let's set the setting back to 3, the brush size, I mean. Alright, so, I'm wondering, should I have all of this be spiky? Because this guy here, he's spiky. So, this is like for a contest. Flipper Clip is nice to have. I used it as well, but not the best at animation, and it takes so much more time for me. Yeah, animation does take a lot of time. I haven't really done animation, well, posted an animation in a while. I have actually done it just like 2 days ago. I took a bit of a break from it, but I've gotten back into it recently. Alright, so we have this here. So I'm gonna have the void entity be like that, and then gonna just have him be yellow. I think he looks fine with just his head spiky. I could probably add some more spikes to him, like in the background. I think that would work neat. So let's do that. And I think I could probably make the lines just a tad bigger. The outer lines, I mean. And yeah, that should do it. Maybe one more. Alright, good. Alright, so now let's put that there, and this here, and this here. And put this too. Alright. It was nice. Alright. I just wish Flipper Clip didn't have a subscription, and it was only a one-time payment. I heard that it used to be a one-time payment, and then, like, the developers of it got greedy. That's why I mostly just use open source software like OpenTunes. They don't really change their stuff, and if the stuff do change, you could just get like a fork of it usually. With Paint.net, I'm not too sure if it's open source, but I also have Krita. I don't really care for Krita. But it is like a alternative if I can't use Paint. Alright, and I made a mistake here, so I gotta erase that. So select that and get rid of it. I think I got all the spots, so let's make it black and go on back. Alright, so I'm gonna want these, so let's do something kind of like this and this. Let's lower the tolerance. Alright, so let's add those little spikes to it. I used Flipper Clip at least 7 years now. Still have my Flipper Clip premium, that one-time payment. I'm up to the kills in Mothman. That's great, Fisherman. For those of you that don't know, like, Fisherman is making a analog horror about the Mothman, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we got that there. Alright, so wanna like focus on making this guy, so let's do something kind of like that. And I think it would be kind of entertaining. So let's get this and put a little bit of a shadow on it. So to make this kind of like a moon. I'm not quite. I may have to fill this in manually. How unfortunate. Alright, good. That's perfect. And let's make it a little bit more gray for right here. Just making some nice little moon craters. And hopefully folks know that it's a moon. Alright, so let's actually put that there. We could just say like this guy just took specifically the moon from Earth or something. So let's just put a bit of red and a bit of blue on it. And I guess a tad of white. Right, it's a flag. So now folks know that it's not a golf ball, because it low-key looks like one. Alright, so also new Fortnite update today, Sonic. Alright. But the Flipper Premium in 2023. Give you some attitude. That's good to know. It's up to you also, Unique Kitty. That is great. I like to see that happening in the community. Just everyone getting along. Alright, so let's actually go to here and get this. So I have the planet as a reference. Alright, let's actually expand this back to tree because I forgot to do that. Alright, so let's do that and erase a bunch of this part. Alright, so we have this and this. I think I should probably put a bit more effort into the planet. What do you guys think? Thinking about making a comic. I still do not know what to make it about. I'm going to use paper. Alright. Oh, with cosmic horrors, not cosmic horrors, analog horrors, a lot of people also like the ARG element. So maybe you can... Actually, no, that's not a good idea. I was about to say maybe you could, like, make it on paper, then, like, go to, like, a town over and post it, but that still seems a bit too dangerous. That's kind of like doxing yourself, which is not a good idea. But, I think making a comic is a good idea, though. So, I'm just not sure how to distribute it. Alright, so we have that, and that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to make background now. And I'll just use this still to stay as the background while I change this part up. Alright, so let's change it to a nice color here. So let's do something kind of like that. Let's make it white and do this. Now that I have proper colorings here, I'm gonna get rid of these parts because they are not needed. So we have this. BG. Alright, so I need to... I love that his one is the moon and one is like Saturn. Yeah, I love that about that person's design too. I did not design the small character. I'm just making a more like cosmic horror version of him. But I think that's pretty cool. Need to work on my test comic still, honestly. Alright. Do you post on Webtoon? No, I don't. Can I read your comic? I'll be posting it on my channel community page on my channel. Yeah, I may as well do that too, because I don't really get any readers on Webtoon. I posted on Webtoon, and I also post my comic on Newgrounds. And Newgrounds does not censor, so I have way more fun on there. Alright, so let's do something kind of like that, and actually let's get this color and make it a bit more blue. I can't see where the other point is, but that's good. Alright, so this is good like that. Alright, excellent. Alright, I'll make sure to check it out. Why did you make Tom and Jerry so gory? Because I like the violence. Violence is fun. Especially to animate. Alright, so gonna have that there. But I've made way more disturbing animations. Sounds good, Uni Kitty. I'll try to get it out when I got the motivation to finish it. Alright. Do you think this guy should cast a shadow? I think he should. Alright, so let's do shadows on yet another layer. So let's do... I could probably name them now. I should have made a different comic, but... I mean, use my comic template for this. But, I didn't really think to do it. Oh well. Alright, so... I'm still waiting for that cryptic show. I can't wait till when it comes out. Yeah, I'm actually after the stream, I'm going to animate some more of that proof of concept. So basically, it's like the first ever minute of the cryptic adventures of Chloe and Caleb. Then I'm going to add more to it afterwards. Alright, so first things first, let's make this shadow. And I think I should have it have just a slight hint of purple, because I think that would be neat. So let's do something kind of like that, and then I could just erase the extra bits. And I think I'm going to make like a whole town in the background. I don't know. You guys can let me know on that if you think it would be neat. Alright. Sure, Manny. There's no rush. Take your time. Yeah, that's what's great about like being an indie creator. You can just like make your own time, so you don't have to worry about like any of those corporate stuff like deadlines and all that. You could just be free to just do it at your own pace. It's just have it be a relaxing activity instead of a stressful one. Because I know I used to, for a fun fact about this channel here, I used to make and work tirelessly to post one animation a week. And if you have any idea how difficult that is, like my gosh. But I did that for 5 years. I did not miss a week. I did some live streams on the side, and I did videos, art time lapses, and stuff like that. Like I was going at it as hard as I could, and I just burnt out. I just couldn't do it anymore. But just last year, or like really early this year, I'm finally feel better. where I feel like I can animate and properly do this thing again. So that's just nice. Alright, so I don't really like this song, so I'm gonna skip it forward just a tad. Alright, I like that better. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, first things first, I'm going to make this transparent. And let's lower the opacity down to just about that. Doesn't need to be that big of a shadow. It's fine. So we're gonna do something like that. So now the opacity is lowered. Let's go to blur and go to my favorite blur, the Gaussian. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's good enough. Alright, so excuse me. Just gonna do something kind of like that. And just gonna stretch it out just a little bit so it covers right here. Now just get rid of that and boom, here we go. All right, so Alright, so all of that is looking good. Let's actually go back to this because I need to add the stars. There's a song about stars, but I can't recall what the lyrics are or even the melody. So out of time there. And I can tell these are stars, but that symbol, I hate that symbol. That's Google's symbol for AI, and I hate that thing. So I'm going to just use regular old stars. I know it's more basic, and I know that those creators, their 10 is not like AI based at all, but it's just a design element. So I'm going to just alter it slightly. The fact that I'm altering everything means I should probably just go ahead and alter how that planet looks, because it looks good, but it doesn't really fit exactly what I'm looking for everything else. So I'm actually going to just change it to like this. And I'm not liking this part. Yeah, that star much too big. Alright, so I'm gonna do that. Let's get that here. Do this. Alright, now star's gone. Excellent. Alright, so let's do something kind of like this. That an AI took the stars from real artists, now everyone is like confused and complaining. Yeah, that is really sad that that's the case nowadays. Alright, so I'm going to actually copy this. Alright, so just make sure it's copied. And I'm going to actually no. Let's go ahead, because I want a lot of space between them, so I'm just gonna copy it this way. Alright, so while I'm at it, let's also cut that part out, put this in. And excellent. Alright, and let's just go here. Oh, I don't want all of that filled in, so right there is good. In fact, I could just do that so it's with everything, and it is. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to this. Alright, so that's good. Let's make it around yay big. Let's add some of this. Alright, let's add some of that. Then I'll just erase some of the extras. Because even this is still a large amount of stars. And I don't want anywhere near that many. Alright, so let's do that. Let's go to about 35. Alright, that's a bit too big. 20 should do it. Alright, so let's do something kind of like this. I'm just trying to like make it so it's not like that impeding. Sup, Ape Green? Welcome to the stream. Alright, of course, Maddie, I understand. Motivation comes and goes sometimes. It's difficult to continue something like an art piece, in this case a comic. Yeah, that is true. Alright, so let's go ahead, get rid of this and that. I'm wondering if I should like have it be like a blur, like the tentacles connecting to his arms. In fact, I should probably add tentacles. That would be neat. Anyways. So let's actually do something kind of like that. This. Actually, let's keep all of those stars down there, so it's kind of like underwear. Alright, so let's do that. Get rid of the stars all around the planet. In fact, I'll give this planet a nice little glow to it too. Alright, so let's do that. This, get rid of the stars here. Alright, all around the planet, no stars. Let's zoom out a bit. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Ape Green. So we got this here, this here. Right, let's erase both of those and erase that there. Let's erase just a few more stars. And that would be kind of funny there. Alright, so that's pretty good. It's a nice little scattering of it, so it should have a nice little effect of what I'm going for. So that's one panel practically done. Again, I have a deadline for this one, and the deadline, it gave me a month. I knew about it. In fact, I could have started this before the month because I actually had like an ability to like have an early start. But I just, I was tired. Plus I was too busy with my own comic. Now that that's done for now, can do this one just temporarily. And I think I am going to add more color to the star too. Alright, so I think that looks great, this little void entity of ours. By the way, I always say this at the end, but I need to say this like now too. But if you guys could like the stream, that would be awesome. And thank you if you do. Alright, so yeah, that's good here. Everything is looking good. Now, yeah, this is kind of like the Voidlands. because I had a comic called The Voidlands. I only did 2 episodes. I technically did 3, but I never posted the 3rd one. I may as well post it. But anyways, let me actually get this shadow here, because the shadow should probably go there too. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I should probably do that. Right, anyways, that's good like that. That's good like that. But yeah, they want like a decent amount of details. I have to go now, unfortunately. Have an amazing stream. I already liked it. Take care, guys. Thank you, Unkitty. And I hope you have a nice day. Bye, Unkitty. Looking good. Thank you, P. Also, welcome to the stream. So, we got this going right here, and everything is looking A-okay. I think I'm going to just alter the look of the planet just a bit. So let's go to, expected that to scroll down, but it took the whole 10 with it. Alright, so let's just go with a nice little orange bit here. Oh, that's in shadow. Okay, so let's undo that, go here. And let's make this a lot more orange. Right, so just feel like adding like just a tad more color to it would be interesting. So I decided, hey, let's just give it nice little swirls on the surface of this planet. I think that would look neat. Alright, and that's good. Let's add a bit of red now. And let's just, can actually lower the opacity just a tad. Let's lower that down to just a little 28%. Alright. This one's not really noticeable. So let's do just a firm 2. And that is good. Alright, I like that a lot better. Alright, so that's looking good now. Alright, I also just recently played Minecraft for the first time in a few years. For some reason it still doesn't let me log on. But hey, I mostly only played single player, so I guess it's for the best that now that I only can play single. And so we got that. Let's also just add some little tentacly bits right here. So that's good, like so, like so. Alright, so I think that's looking pretty neat. And for the background, I should probably have a building there. This is literally a repeat of how I came up with my comic layer system. If you've seen the other streams, you probably saw the layers that I have at the side of it. Alright, so got that. The sky is looking neat. And let's get white again. Actually, no, I want those to be completely like devoid of light. So this guy's leg 10 is gonna have to go. Should have erased all of the yellow here, but that's fine. I could do it now. Alright, so hopefully everyone's having a good time. I think I'm going to spend all my focus on just this one panel here, because I have this whole page to fill. This whole part here. Fun fact about this guy right here, he has 2 more fingers than the fairies do. Fairies have 10 fingers, while this guy has 6. Alright, so I think I'm going to draw the people under the shadow. Actually, for now, they can start over it, then I could drag it on there. See, wonder how I can make the people look. I want them all to be like looking up at him. So let's do something kind of like this. Alright, so gonna have something kind of like this. I could have it be human, but I don't know. And I was gonna have the head go kind of like that, but I think I'm gonna have him be kind of like this. And so now it's time for like a bit of the creativity. Because I gotta come up with a neat little design for this creature here. Alright, so let's do that and do this. By the way, I recently saw Obsession for the first time, and it is a pretty good movie. Like the ending for Obsession is just absolutely wild. I think the ending was my favorite part, to be honest. It is a somewhat disturbing movie because of how realistic it can be. Because, like, if you know someone like that, you just know. But it's just pure insanity. Alright, so got that there. Let's go ahead and put this here. Have this be kind of like a bug man. Clean, no. His eyes are gonna be blue. No, they're gonna be purple. Alright, so we have that. Let's make this guy's shell reddish. And let's just make his horn here act the same. And I'm not gonna like bother putting work into how the clothes look. I did that for the fairies. I put work into like how their shirts are designed, so that like just imagining how they would put on a shirt and stuff like that is what I spent a decent chunk of time looking into, so that I could like make it as accurate as possible, because I wanted the world to feel nice and lived in. But I don't think anyone would really notice it, so maybe I'll have a few frames of one of the fairies changing or something. Alright, so wonder, do I want these legs or do I want these legs? Yep, I want the hind legs, so excuse me, sir, there goes your kneecaps. And I'll just redraw it, so that's good. Alright, so I think that's an interesting design. Alright, so let's have this be, I was gonna make it horns, but I think teeth or like jaws would work better. So I just gotta remember to like make this a similar color. So let's do that and erase that. Let's offset that so it kind of looks like it's being led to it. Alright, let's get the skin for this guy. I wanted him to be kind of green, but the grass is a bit too green. Could just change the grass color. So let's do something kind of like that. So I'm gonna make him like this. Let's go and change the grass color now too. I think that looks nice. It's kind of like a saturated blue, but not quite blue. So that works. Alright, spent like an hour on the panel, but this is all the way like straight from drawing. I didn't have any storyboard guidelines to follow or anything of the such. Alright, so let's go in the background and actually have some of these. So let's go and make it real dark. If I ever like covered like the true fairyland, the fairies will have like a house design similar to these. Right, so let's have this, and I guess I could like have the whole be the same color as the back. Right, so let me just see how this would look. Alright, so let's actually change this up a tad. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, that implies that they fly, so I should probably put some flying stuff there. Except unlike the fairies, they don't have any part of their lives where they aren't able to fly. Alright, and let's make that low saturated too. Something kind of like that. I guess you could consider them living inside coconuts or something. Alright, so we have that. Let's make it nice and dark. So let's also do that here. And I'm also going to take the liberty of adding some of this to here, so it's kind of like a vine. Alright, so that's good. And I could add on a bit more to the shadows and stuff too. Alright, so that's good. Alright, maybe one more, then I could work on a different building design and see how that would do. Alright, so there's a car there. Don't know if I like it though. So I may get rid of it. So good. Thank you, Tracy. Also, welcome to the stream. Glad you're liking it so far. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a 10 here. Alright, so I'm not sure if I want to keep the car or not with this right here, so now why would a society that can fly need a car? Because they're not really as good a flyer as the fairies, they just can fly. It's more or less just up or down for these guys. If they ever met the fairies, they could easily beat up the fairies because these guys are actually slightly bigger than humans. as you can see, this is the moon of the humans, meaning a human is around that small. So, yeah, they're much bigger. Yeah, this car looks quite raggedy. I feel like it's squished because of like how I drew the tires and stuff. Probably draw another tire all the way out here, just to like signify that it is in fact broken. Alright, now that's looking nice and proper. Now the front part is still fine, and it's just fine with me. Wonder what would you guys do if you were in this situation? Because right now this guy, he's looking for some food. He wants them to make some sacrifices. He doesn't want any sentient creatures, so he's like fine with them sacrificing random animals. And I learned how to make clouds for the most part, so I want to play my hand at doing that. Try my hand at doing that. Alright, so let's just do something very simple. In fact, I'm gonna take it to this layer and do it there. Alright, so that's good. Gonna make them slightly blurry. Alright, that's good. Alright, I'm not gonna focus too hard at the back there. Now with this, it was more said to be kind of like a poster instead of like a comic, but I feel like making this a little comic is better. Alright, so that's good like that. Excuse me. Alright, so let's do a little flyer here. So I'm actually gonna shrink that all the way down to 1. How does this guy look? I remember his hind legs. That leg is just way too long. Yeah, but that guy's gonna be the only one flying in the back. I think I'm going to at least give these guys shorts or something. This part that's clearly covered is the reason why the whole tin filled up. That's just ridiculous. Alright, so So that's better. Right, so I think that should be around the same amount of thickness in the line department. Alright, let's get their color and just darken it, add a tiny bit of blue to like so that they're in the distance. And then I could just have a whole bunch of them lining up like so. I know they were more detailed over there, but whatever. This is better. Still think I should probably give these guys some clothes. So just gonna have them standing here. It's a decent enough way. That's amazing. Thank you, 8th grade. Yeah, I really like how it's turning out so far. This is gonna be like a one-page comic. Let's have this one be another one of that species there. So we have all of this so far. I'm not really liking how this bug is looking. So I'm gonna increase the brush size a bit. Should have made this tray. Oh well. Excuse me. So let's just have some of these in the crowd just to show that those are kind of like the buffalo, the bugs. I'm trying to see like what this may need. So after I would make those four, just have room for one, maybe two more panels. And that's fine. Should be enough to tell a little story. I wonder, since this part is somewhat tangible, I could just add black about it. I don't know. Let's just see how it would look. Having abs already doesn't make sense for an entity like him. So let's just add a bit of shadow to it, because why not? Just add it in such a way where I can take it off easily. That's good. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. Alright, I am back. Like, I was planning on making these guys way smaller. For example, I was actually planning on making them around the size of those background characters. And let's see, maybe these could still work that way. So let's try one more time. Like, that's an interesting look to them, don't you agree? I think so. But yeah, I'm going to make it so that those guys are in the foreground. So let's go back down to here. I'm gonna make that just that small. I'm gonna move it back a little bit. It could be kind of like an SUV or something. Alright, so let's make those slightly more gray. And just do that there. Just so it's separated by around 3 layers. That should do the trick. Which is good. You're gonna have that design more than the other one. So I had only Outer Wilds music for this one. That reminds me, I ought to get that other one because that one's good. Alright, so it's like it's gonna be a rainy day today. Alright, so let's actually do that and just make it ever so slightly like that color. And needed to just increase the tolerance a bit. Alright. Let's do that part myself. These guys, they use their horns to fight each other. I think I'm going to give some of them different colored horns. So this one, his ones are gonna be like this. Guys are different from the fairies in that way. They have different colored horns, cells, and eyes, but the same skin color. Right, so this is looking good so far. And I saw a nice little cosmic car looking thing here. Like literally cosmic. Alright, so I think this one has tiny horns. Like these guys, they kind of remind me a bit of the fairies in a way. This one's kind of tall. That's fine. Could probably give him some other creatures for him to feed on, but I think that's good for now. I was just about to start the other panel. I decided not to. By the way, I plan to have them, the shadows go over them. So I think I'm actually going to make it even more transparent now. Just so I could see them all proper, like, and that's good like that. I like his little Rick and Morty eye. Anyways. I would add a few more, but I think it's good like this. Don't really want any shadows here, so I'll just get rid of the one here. It's on top of him. Alright. But not quite true with this panel just yet. I need to add some smaller shadows, and I think I will just have them in a separate shadow layer for them. So let's just go here, do this. In fact, let's just label them now. Aliens. And sad. And this man here will forever be layer 3. So dark outside, and it's just 5. I choose to believe it's a storm because it shouldn't be getting dark at 5 when it's not even winter yet. Just refuse to believe it. So let's actually go and get this so it's around that color. I've been clicking it and it ain't clicking. Alright, there we go. Oh, yeah, I just remembered. This here is a building, so it shouldn't really have all of that. Right, that's fine there. Shrink it down to just 4 because that looks good there. So I think just a slight amount of darkness could help pull the tint together. So now it's changed to 12. Let's have it go all the way to here too. And let's actually put this one in the regular shadows since it's going to be casting over them. hearing no music right now, so just, yeah, there we go. It's nice being here and just having like a nice chill stream with everyone. Hopefully y'all liked the stream. Anyways, this one should be done soon. It's just a one shot. So that's good. I was gonna have them have like ground houses, have to be kind of like turtle people, but didn't really feel like doing all of that. Hopefully folks would just like get that and be fine with that. And I was actually thinking about like making some like transparent tentacle like around here. Just something kind of like that. So that's good like that. I'm only gonna do it in this layer, so should be easy to get rid of if I change my mind later. Because this part, it kind of looks like a shadow too. Right, I like that little extra look to it. Just gives a nice little vibe. Right, so 4 like barely visible tentacles, and I like that they're barely visible. Also got this going on for it too. This, yeah, I'm really happy with how this panel is turned out. Just one thing, let's go down to here. Just have some small little grass blades. It's not much. And I'm just gonna scatter them all about. I could just do the tint to like make it all nice and even, but nah, I'm not gonna do all that. Just a little tint to scatter it. That's all good. Just doing this felt like just slightly faster. Alright, so this is my recreation of this cool little creature here. His name is Blinky. So I just decided to make him into this. He still looks the same, so people should still be able to tell that it's him, the people that know the character. So that's good. Alright, let's see. I don't know if the sky or anything in the background needs anything else. You know, the houses in the back, not only do they look like coconuts, but they kind of look like people. Well, it kind of looks like a bald man holding a head with in one hand, and then in the other hand he's also holding a head. I don't know. So, last and last, let's put this here. Actually, let's go to background. Just have this one going here. Now let's work on that one. Alright, so just gonna do that here. Let's go back to the alien layer. Put this back up to tray brush size. And I could have it target this one. But yeah, let's do it with that one. Threw this in the freaking alien layer, and now it's there when it shouldn't be. Alright, let's just keep it like that. I'm not redrawing on this again. This one's just gonna be in the alien layer, so congratulations, you're unique in that way, I guess. The heck? I said you. So let's just have the void just plundering about. Like right there. So that's good. probably a way to like make the butt more accurate. That's fine. I only got 10 days to do it. And I plan on doing this in just 2. Alright, so that's good like that. That's interesting. And so that's all properly filled in. Alright, so that's good. Let's take this and just make some darker parts here. So let's add the shoulder blades. For the fairies, I suppose this is where their wings would be. Alrighty then. Alright, so we have a nice amount here. Just do something like that for their arms. Give them like the Ninja Turtles treatment, like that. Still don't know why this one only appeared on one layer, but whatever, that's fine. Just add in little bits and bobs of detail here and there. So yeah, I don't think anything other detail is needed right now. So should be good. Alright, so that's good there. Now, let's just have it properly fill in. So let's go here and make Dane sure that this dumb tin doesn't go to the wrong tin again. So let's do that. Let's make this white. Now let's go to aliens, which I skipped to there already. And now it should be in this proper spot. Okay. Go there again. I think I would want that to like have a slight glow behind the planet. I don't know. Excuse me. Alright, so I don't know how to go about doing that. Because it would just change the effect of all of them. Wait a second, I just realized something. Alright, let's go back to shadow. I didn't add the shadow layers like I was supposed to. So let's go here, go to alien shadow, and let's go to change the brush size to about 10. Because the shadow should still be casted at least here. At least here. Let's go to 6. And that's fine for a shadow. Not much of a shadow. Oh my gosh, I want this 10. Alright, so. Alright. This guy's color scheme and horns kind of remind me of Jimmy Neutron. So that's good there. Like I said, it's not much, but it adds a little something to it. I just made it slightly blurry. So now that's a way of doing it. In fact, I ought to add a slight blur to the buildings back there. The ones somewhat in the foreground are fine. Let's change that to that. Alright, so that's good. Oh, it's storming. Alright, so that means the internet may go out, so the stream might crash. So, yeah. Just so, goodbye in advance, just in case that happens. Not gonna leave yet, though. Alright, so do that. Find values. So that way, just go right over this part here. Yeah. Find a nice field 10. Heat is starting to hurt a bit, so might end it soon. Alright, so we got that there. I think that's fine. I think stretch out an arm to reach out. Because it's fine. Ooh. So let's fill up all of this. Then I'm gonna look and see what needs to be added. Not it has a shot from fully going inside the entity. Alright, so that's looking pretty good like that. Alright, so let's also, I think I'm going to see it's like how my microphone glitched. It should be back now. Right, so this is it now. So let's try that. Do this, go here, and okay, good. Just a slight glow like that will do the trick. Now let's give this glow an orange hue to it. And yeah, just like it like that. And let's just erase right here, because right now that's fully possible and easy, because I want that to still remain as black as it once was. And so that part's good, is good, everywhere's good. So let's fuse the layers. Good. Okay, so that is great like that. Let's see what this. Alrighty then. And so that's good, that's good. I have one more idea. Right. So let's go to this layer here. And I think I'm going to like try to warp the building around that, so that like it's just some kind of craziness going on there. Let's undo that, because I think that would look pretty cool. Right, this one shot is nice. You don't have to worry about any additional lore or how things are gonna work together. Alright, so let's see. Let's try distortion, and I think crystallize would be a good one. So let's put the cell size to be, can I get it to 1? Alright. Alright, that's not good. You know what, why not? Let's just, like, this fragment do. Alright, distance is that, so let's go with this. I think that looks interesting. I like it at least. So let's do that. I never really need to use fragment, but it could be like an interesting study in a way. But now that that's done there, let's go here. Go down to about 4. Just do that there. Right, I'm trying to see like what I want to do now. Alright, so we got this. Got him eating that. Suppose I don't really need this now, so let's just fix that out. I wonder if I should make him capable of blinking. It could be an interesting sight. I think folks should get the idea that it's being dissolved, but I think I'll just add one more layer just to be certain. Just wondering if I should split this layer. I think a split would be good. The storm is a moving. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Maybe I should add some white around it to make it more obvious it's the creature. I feel like folks would know, but then again, folks, they aren't too bright. So let's just put that there. I feel like they would though, but let's just give that to them in the off chance that that wasn't the case. Somehow I think I saw lightning flash during the day. Guess lightning is somehow stronger than daylight. Goodness gracious. Well, that's fine there. Let's have just this slightly, just so you can still see like his mandibles and stuff, like just going through. Alright, so that's good. Let's do this and that. Alright, so that's good. fact, let's just add this so there's just a slight disturbance. Would that avoid it being like a void though? That is a dilemma. Alright, so that should be good. I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours and it concerns me that I feel like I might have to pee again. So I'm holding it in because I don't like that. I shouldn't have to go again that quickly. So I'm keeping that right there. So, let's see. Alright, so let's have the head just go like this. In fact, I don't even need the whole head, I could just remake it. So let's go ahead and put that over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. So that's good. Just gotta test this and see, because that's just odd to me that I have to go again that quickly. I have to look into that. Alright, so I'll be right back in just a little bit. Going to the bathroom. Hopefully I can't. Hey, so did it again. That's concerning. I have to do some research on that later. Anywho, I did not expect to finish this on stream, so... And I still might not. I got like 2 panels left I would like to do. But, this is looking very good. There's like other stuff that I would like to add, but I feel like it just needs a little more. Don't you think? As an artist, you just look at a canvas, and then even when it seems complete, there's just always a little something that you can add. Like, that's just something how we feel. Right, actually, let's go down here because I forgot this little part right here. It's barely an area, but it's still an area. So let's go ahead and repeat that fragment there. And out of curiosity, how does that look? Yeah, it just looks all kinds of crazy. But it's neat. Alright, so got that going right there. Okay. Let's just put this in alien shadow, because why not? and make this yellow. Let's go with this color and that size of font. Let's go with a lesser size of font. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I spelled that right, but I'm leaving it. Alright, so that's good like that. Okay, so there's the idea. What can be done next? Next time on Total Drum Island. Alright, so got this entity, aliens are feeling them. I was thinking that they could bow down or something. But not sure how I can go about that. So, alright, so let's see. And I got that down. Normally I would put that on the top layer, but this isn't my regular old comic book template that I have going. This is some random thing. So, alright, so we got Blinky, I think his name was, up there. Down there, he's satisfied with the meal. Alright, I got it now. Let's just have a bunch of folks maybe bowing down. Or we could have it from the perspective of these guys here in the back. Okay, so let's go to this. Make it white. Go to tree. So this time, this tends to be about there. Right. Before I even do this guy, let's just go here and try to see if I can do him right. So let's go ahead and just do this here. Gonna have him facing like another direction. Oh, like that at all. So let's undo all of it. First things first, let's do the foot. Let's have it go kind of like that. Oh, that part is looking decent. So let's have this go here. This go here. Right, this is better than the other one. Right, so that's good like that. Hey, I think already there is a bit too much. So let's go ahead and do that there. Yeah, this would look much more like it's coming from there because they're going to the side, so this would just make more sense. But then again, it makes it seem like it's high up from that part. I'm not good at perspectives. I'm good at seeing them, not good at making them. Alright, so let's see. So I think that should be good. It's good enough. If anything, I can alter it later. It's not like the deadline's tomorrow or anything. So let's just do that. Let's make it a full one. Oh, 17 folks. That's awesome. We're having a lot of things here to act like some kind of pseudo underwear. Alright, let's not add the crack, just that. So let's do that. I think I can get away with doing the two bottom pegs. Speaking of sound, it apparently didn't pick up. That's fine. It was a fuck. Alright, so joking. No. So got that there. Let's get this here. Alright, so that's good like that, I suppose. And hopefully he's like real crazy looking. Meet Caroline. Da, da, da. Alright, so I think that should work. I was gonna have this guy in the world of my fairies, like just have him visit these fairy world, but I just decided, he's getting his own universe, his own little world to explore. Because I don't have any major plans to have any cosmic entities in my series. Even though I did plot an episode out that might have one, which could be interesting, but I don't think I'd want that anyway. Oh, And I think they're better at smaller size there. Why do that? Let's get their skin here because all of them are gonna be green. Then I could just draw their horn colors. I probably should have added another arm to the side. Oh well. Change that to brush size too. And yeah, that works better. Have this one have broken ones. Change that music real quick. Right. That's at least a little bit more upbeat. It almost makes me feel a little bit more sleepy than I already am. Okay. How big could these ones be? Each group has 2 in them. Accidentally made that guy have 2 different colors. 2 different color horns. That is fine. It's gonna take quite a while to like clean up all of the mistakes and like add a whole bunch of detail to them. Okay, I think I filled in all the blanks there. Alright, so that's good like that. Now they're all praying while his back is turned. Keep feeling like I'm dozing off a bit. Alright, so and now I'm trying to make like one of those bugs, and I feel like I did. Just need to make the creature similar to it. Alright, but anywho, just one moment. Now, what I made now already feels like it is the last panel. So we have all of that going on here. Alright, so let's see. I think this looks fine as the bug creature. And maybe I'll do like something similar for when in the fairy comic book. Because I feel like I may explain like what the Fae is. That's their religion, basically. So let's see if I can do somewhat of a bow. And so that could be interesting there. Alright, so this should put it to like a bow, basically. And that looks just about right. just realized I have all of this on the same layer as the entity, so that was dumb of me. Oh well. Alright, everyone. I'm about to go and eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. So if you like it, like and subscribe because I'm going to keep on recording myself drawing this, and then later I'll post the entire thing for you guys to watch in a nice time lapse. So subscribe to not miss that. Alright. So I'm gonna head on out now. Till next time. This is Invasion Animation. Goodbye.